map for today. We're going to cover 1. The Modern Longevity Dilemma, 2. Yoga Day 2026, 3. Protecting Cognitive Health, 4. Preserving Mobility and Independence, and finally, 5. The Common Yoga Protocol.
Kicking things off with Section 1, the Modern Longevity Dilemma.
Take a look at this staggering number, 2 billion. According to data from the World Health Organization, by the year 2050, the global population of people over the age of 60 is going to double, hitting roughly 2 billion individuals. Think about that for a second. We are facing a demographic shift unlike anything in human history. This massive aging population makes healthy aging not just some personal goal for you and me, but an absolutely urgent, worldwide priority for healthcare systems and governments everywhere.
Moving right along to Section 2, Yoga Day 2026. June 21st. Now, this date definitely wasn't chosen at random when International Yoga Day was first established at the UN back in 2014. June 21st is the summer solstice, the longest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere. And in so many traditions, this extended daylight is deeply symbolic of light, vitality, and the overarching goal of a long, prosperous life, which, as you can guess, ties perfectly into the mission of healthy aging. Now, what's really interesting about these event details is how they highlight a massive shift in global health strategies. For the upcoming 12th International Yoga Day in 2026, the United Nations and the Ministry of Ayush announced the official theme, Yoga for Healthy Aging. The main event is set to be hosted in Kolkata, India, with the Prime Minister participating. But the major takeaway for us here is that this event has completely evolved. It's no longer just a simple cultural celebration, it's grown into a massive, highly organized preventative healthcare initiative that's targeting the aging crisis head-on.
And, this initiative is incredibly deeply rooted in ancient wisdom. The official Common Yoga Protocol actually begins with this beautiful prayer from the Rig Veda. Translated, it means, "Let us move together, let us speak together, let our minds be of one accord, just as our ancient sages shared their duties." It's a great reminder that universal harmony and collective community well-being have always been the absolute foundation of these practices. It's really all about healing together.
Which brings us to Section 3, Protecting Cognitive Health. To understand how to protect our brains as we age, we really have to understand this specific biological mechanism, the parasympathetic nervous system. Look, modern life keeps millions of us in a state of constant mental stimulation and chronic stress. Emails, deadlines, financial pressures, you name it. And this keeps our fight-or-flight response engaged literally all the time, which elevates our cortisol levels and severely damages our long-term brain health. Well, the parasympathetic system is that vital rest and digest switch that halts that damage in its tracks. So the crucial point here is that the Common Yoga Protocol actively targets this exact recovery system through pranayama, or controlled breathing. The protocol specifically includes techniques like Nadi Shodhana, which is an alternate nostril breathing exercise meant to balance the body's energy, and Brahmari, the humming bee breath, which creates this incredibly soothing internal vibration. Every single time you consciously slow your breathing using these techniques, you aren't just relaxing. You are actively triggering your parasympathetic nervous system to lower those stress hormones and protect your brain's long-term health.
Let's shift gears slightly. Section 4, Preserving Mobility and Independence. I wanted to find a word that is absolutely critical when we talk about aging, proprioception. Now, the greatest physical threat to older adults actually isn't a lack of cardiovascular stamina. It's a loss of balance, spatial awareness, and the vastly increased risk of falls. Proprioception is basically your body's radar. It's what keeps you upright when you stumble on a curb, and preserving it is the ultimate key to holding on to your physical independence.
And this brilliantly illustrates how the physical postures in the protocol, known as asanas, tackle this exact issue. Take Tadasana, the mountain pose, or Trikonasana, the triangle pose. Guys, these aren't just simple stretches. When you perform them, you're challenging your flexibility, your stability, and your body awareness all at the exact same time. They actively build your proprioception. And the math is simple. Better proprioception means better balance, and better balance directly equals maintaining your independence as an older adult.
All right, bringing it all together in Section 5, the Common Yoga Protocol.
So the word yoga itself actually comes from the Sanskrit root yuj. It literally means to join or to unite. And it's so fascinating because this ancient science of joining the mind, the body, and the breath is exactly what modern medicine and longevity researchers are prescribing right now for a healthy life. It's essentially a holistic approach to human maintenance.
And perhaps the absolute most important aspect of this protocol is how accessible it is. A lot of people completely avoid exercise because they feel too stiff,
too old, or maybe too fragile. But the common yoga protocol is a low-impact alternative. You do not need extreme flexibility, and you definitely don't need years of experience. Through gradual progression, literally anyone can participate without excessive strain. And with global initiatives providing resources like the Yoga Sangam platform, the goal is super clear. The aim isn't to become an Olympic gymnast. It's to be able to comfortably climb stairs, travel, and play with your grandkids safely.
Let's move to how this all builds into a daily lifestyle. The principles derived from the protocol form the ultimate strategy for your health span. Move regularly, manage your stress actively through mindful breathing, prioritize the restorative sleep that naturally follows that stress management, and stay mentally engaged. It's a comprehensive investment strategy, but instead of for your bank account, it's for your future self.
We'll conclude the thematic journey of our explainer today with the Shanti Path. This is the universal prayer for well-being that officially closes the Yoga Day protocol. It goes, may all be happy, may all be free from illness, may all see what is auspicious, may no one suffer. I think it beautifully captures the true essence of this global health movement, a deeply rooted desire for universal wellness and collective longevity.
So here's where we land. Growing older is a certainty we all face. But as we've seen from the science and the upcoming 2026 Global Initiative, how you live those later years, whether you're vibrant and independent or restricted and fatigued, is largely a choice based on your daily habits. Whether you're 20 and building a foundation, 40 and managing stress, or 70 and preserving mobility, what choice will you make for your future self today? Thank you so much for exploring this with us, and hey, here's to extending your health span.